I don't know. There's just something that has to happen. Like, what, for example, who's one of the Kaisen? He's one of the bigger guys,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh yeah, very big.
Just watching some of his content and seeing what's going on, he's not doing anything different
Mm.
than, say, you, me,
Mm-hmm.
Blando, Floppy Jimmy,
Mm-hmm.
any of those guys. Nothing absurdly different,
Mm-hmm.
but for whatever reason, somehow, some way, he talked to the right person who knew the right person who knew the right person. Then all of a sudden, oh, Kevin Hart. Oh,
Oh
this
yeah,
celebrity. Oh, and once that happens,
brother.
I don't think it matters what
If
you do.
Kevin
It's like it's
Hart
just
showed
the
up on any one of our streams, that would be it, and we would always have constant flow, and then we could really like show off and stuff. But I
yeah.
don't know how
It
that
wouldn't matter
happens
at
though.
that
Like,
point.
how did that? Like, what did he get an agent, or like, did he have a career before, or like his mama knew somebody?
From
What the fuck? Like, cause like
from what
everyone
I've
would do that if
seen,
they could. Like, you know,
yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, and like I
he's
looked into it a
also
little bit
he
just because
fits
I
the
was
model though.
curious.
He's perfect for the brand. Like he hits that demographic perfectly, his age wise and the way his vibe and like, you
That was
know what,
those are the
all
two
those
things I'm
things.
always.
He's super
Those are the two
chill.
things I'm always seeing. It's one, they've been quote unquote doing this for a long time. Like before we even saw them on Twitch, apparently they were already doing this kind of stuff. Him, Drewski, couple of other people that are big in
Mm,
the space right now.
yeah.
Apparently they were doing this years and years before they even thought about Twitch. The second thing, like you said, the age bracket. I am truly finding between the ages of 22 to 27, and I stop at 27 because it seems like that
Mm.
age bracket, certain type of viewer, certain type of streamer, certain type of influences, and just general.
What is it? Let's break it down. What's the fucking deal over there in those
I don't
Gen
know.
Z,
I
right? Is
just
that Gen Z or is that Gen L? I can't keep up with are they millennials or Z? I don't fucking remember.
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial, okay? And so, well,
I'm a
then there's
millennial
so it's
technically.
Z. It must be Gen Z. I'm
Yeah, it's
Gen
Z,
X.
Alpha, and then whatever. I stop following. I'm just like, look, how old are you? Like,
Right.
like, oh yeah,
Twenties.
I'm Gen whatever. I'm
The
Gen
20
Alpha.
year
I'm like,
olds.
yeah, it's just like, just tell me your age. Like, it's like, oh no, I'm Gen this. It's like, how old are you? When were you born? Just tell me that. Like, I stopped trying to follow it after a while, but I feel like there's just this bracket of people that they just hit something and it's relatable. Like how if we use the terms Gen X millennial, we have a certain relatability because we're within a certain age bracket where we
Hmm.
were born within a certain range. We had
Well,
very
I mean,
similar
I have
experiences,
iconic
kind of, sorta.
charisma, so it's not really fair. No, you're right. It's a different vibe
So
yeah, because we grow up seeing different things and TV shows and
yeah, and like the weird thing with like my age bracket, we were like the last generation that didn't have internet but had internet, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
Hmm.
So it's like we just view it completely differently versus like what is it? Yeah, no, Alpha.
Whatever the fuck
See, you
they're the
get
20
see, I'm already
somethings. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
They're so
That was their thing right into it.
de-institutionalized. They're so
Yeah.
de-institutionalized because, like, even when we're growing up, there were certain shows that were on TV at 8 o'clock for all of
Hmm.
America, right? And even when you were young,
Yeah.
they were still doing that shit. Now everyone's doing their own thing, right? So
Hmm.
one of the things that's interesting about them is they really don't ascribe to um, norms about institutions and their duty to society and like what why do we have to do this, and in some ways it's really good because then they're not like led by dogma and old thinking like we just do it because we do it, but other times they're
Oh yeah.
like kind of like fucking rudderless and blowing in the wind and they fall for any bullshit scam. That's another thing, right? But
Well,
they're
I mean, well, going with that.
hmm
So there are some social norms that it's just like this is just kind of what society has been doing, and just kind of we just got to keep that flowing to keep some level of balance, I guess, if that makes sense.
hmm
But there gets to a point, and I feel like probably because I know you're the older generation, but you're
I'm
probably like right in the
28.
middle.
I'm 28, so I'm just right out of
You're
that
20,
generation.
20.
No,
So
I'm
you're like
52.
probably.
I'm 52. I'm 52. Yes.
So I would say you're in the middle. You're right in the middle where it's just like you might understand like someone a little older than you, but at the same time, it's just like,
I
why
think
the fuck are you doing that?
Gen
You
X
know,
was
you
very
just
much like that generation because it was very punk orientated, very grunge, and
Mhm.
we brought like this was the first generation that had white kids listen to hip hop and not like try to hide it and like be proud of it, and like, it was a lot of barrier breaking and stuff. So I think there's a lot of
Mhm.
things that Gen X can relate to. But then this is the
Yeah.
problem with this younger generation is they just write off anybody over 25 anyway, 27 anyway, right? And they're all
When I started
boomers and
hearing
they
that,
should all eat ass. And like,
oh my god, when I started hearing that, it's just like, oh, you're 25, yeah, you're old. It's like, wait, what? Like, 25 is now the old person. Wait, what is
nobody's
going on
old,
here?
man. But this is the other thing. A lot of those kids are really, really a lot sweeter than other generations in some ways, and more empathetic. And like when you get them one on one, it's different than when you talk about the demographic and the group, and you start looking at, sociology and demographic and all the numbers and shit. That can give you a skewed image of the individuals
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, everyone like fits into an archetype because we all have friends that are around our same age, but we're also very much individuals, and a lot of people skew all of those trends all the time. It's just something that's easy for marketing and capital to like have generations so that they can micro target and shit and like talk about people very simply.
100%, I will agree with that. Easiest take on that, the new types of, well, a new quote unquote media that's coming out, every single thing that's coming out, movies, shows, even foods, it's all nostalgia based now. That is the market right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, who's the largest age group right now? Oh, it's not the boomers. Oh, it's these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia. Just hit them with everything from the 90s, early 2000s.
Stranger Things started that shit, right?
It's been nonstop craziness. Every single thing that's come out, I'm like, oh, I remember that. Wait, why are they doing that right now?
Yeah, even comic book movies, there's nostalgia though too, right? If you think about that whole industry is based on nostalgia. Because it costs money and it takes a lot of risk to invent a new product and a new character. And then they just say, oh shit, everyone knows Spider-Man? Here's Spider-Man again. Hey kids, here's fucking woo! Because if you go, okay, this is Dan the Iguana Man, and like he's so cool, look at his tongue. Everyone's like, listen, I want to see Spider-Man, bro. I don't want any knockoff, because it seems like it's fucking knockoff. It seems like it's a fake Fendi bag when they come through with a new character sometimes. Even a character that's not that popular, like Blue Beetle or something. People are like, I'd like to see Thor, and like, it feels more luxurious, right?
Now, I'll give you one better. If they came out right now, and this is like not even dating us, but showing like how it would hit nostalgia, but kind of hit a new generation, but confuse the shit out of them at the same time. If they did a live action Johnny Quest.
Oh yeah.
Think about that.
Have you ever seen the
It's
Venture
perfect
Brothers?
for live action.
You know that show, The Venture Brothers, is a takeoff on Johnny Quest, right? That's a fun show. I love that show. But a live
Amazing
action would be
show.
Interesting.
But
what do we do with
man, if
Haji
they did
though? We have to get a new. We have to recast. Like I don't like the whole situation where like one of the boys is the son of Reed, and then the other boy is just like a boy that they found at the market, and he like works for them, and like he's not the son, and like treat.
Wait a
him
minute.
like it's complicated.
I thought they adopted him.
I don't know. Did they adopt him? Because I always felt like it was an employee-employer relationship a lot of the time with Johnny and Haji, and and like Reed was an employee. The only guy who had any money was the guy with the goatee and the glasses, the doctor, right? I thought Venture Brothers.
Oh yeah, the doctor.
The Monarch was a
Venture
funny
Brother
character.
That was a good spinoff. Very good spinoff.
I missed that show. I haven't watched Adult Swim in a minute. I really miss it though. I really spent a lot of time watching Adult Swim.
It did okay at the beginning and then midway, and then it was just like, oh, this is basically just going to be the dumping ground for repeats and old shows like that. That's basically what happens. Like, oh, here's all this fresh stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It,
more. I mean, because at the end of the day, Warner Brothers owns it, right? It's not like some really. It seems to be an independent, like William Street is an indie studio and stuff, and they give them a long leash. But at the end of the day, it's Warner Brothers and it's Cartoon Network, and they just want to like.
yeah.
But like I like that they take the chances. Like they make some really funny shit, and like they were never afraid to like. In the same way that South Park gets away with a lot of things, Adult Swim was getting away with it ahead of the time. I feel like, and just wasn't really on the main radar.
Yeah, because I mean, I still remember, even when Adult
Space
Swim
Ghost.
first came out, it was just Space Goes Coast to Coast. That's a classic. That's a
That was the
classic
original
one.
show, wasn't it? There wasn't even a show. They would like play it after the NBA games, right, on TNT.
Oh yeah,
And then they
and he
had
just
the
do
Brat
random
Show.
interviews of people.
C Lab 2021 was fire. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I still know all the lyrics.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is one of the best shows that came out of Adult Swim. I can argue that with anybody. One of the best shows.
The
It was
show
hilarious.
about the trees who are mad that like you're using them for paper, and they skin alive everybody in the. It's just like it's so many, and like the asteroids characters, right? The moon guys. I mean, just
The
great.
Moonanites or whatever.
What was great
Yeah.
about that show is that only like 12 or 13 minutes too. They didn't try to like beat it to death every time, so it left you wanting more. Which I think
And
that
then
works in small.
Then they had
doses.
the movie.
The
The
movie's
movie
good,
was
too.
great.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
Yeah. I just, it didn't really get huge, and that's kind of cool that I like that it remained underground for a long time. I like Squidbillies was really funny too. That's a funny show.
Squidbillies.
That's a really funny
Me
show.
and me and my buddies would talk about that all the time. Like we would always sit there, we
Dan
watch
Halen?
it, have a good time.
I used to call
we'd, like,
Lance
make
Dan Halen
these-
when he had the long hair because that's what he looked like.
We literally just have these like random jokes about like Red Man and Pack and Chew. It's like that show is amazing for what it was.
Phenomenal. And then they have one from an Australian creator. I think it's called like Happy Friends or Good Friends or something. It's pretty funny. It's just like,
Who made what was it? Chicago something?
I don't know about
Like
that.
that was the one show. It was like some crazy art style. Was like not what was it? It was Chicago
Super Jail
something.
was crazy. There was a Super
Yeah, I was going to
Jail.
say Super Jail. That was just a complete mind fuck. I'm pretty sure whoever made that, they were just on acid, and they're just like, oh, I got an idea, and then Super Jail happened.
Super complicated animations though, right? Because like everything has to flow together and it's all hand drawn, right? No tricks. That's a phenomenal thing that they made, just to have like weave together like a tapestry like that is like you can like watch that forever because it has a constant fractal flow to it, even though it's not exactly fractals, right? It's really cool. Yeah, man. Like animation is just like it needs to be brought more to the front, I think, and I think it has been. I think if you think about all the films with CGI, that's animation, right? At the end of the day, it's just another form. It's just because it's not hand drawn.
But is it?
Yeah.
But is it? At
Yeah,
this
because
point?
even
I
the
mean,
hand
there's a
drawn stuff
difference
is done on a
between-
computer now, right?
Yeah, but there's a difference between.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like Toy Story CGI versus
Backgrounds.
the recent Lion King CGI. I mean, come on. There's
Well, I don't know how they do it. Like, are they in there drawing it by hand, or are they like filling in the gaps with like AI and shit? Like, so that like, say you have this giant city scene, right? Do they go through and hand do every fucking window and everything, or do they do certain sections and then come through and the computer fills it in? Like, I have no idea. You know
feel
what
like
they're
at this
gonna
point,
do
that's
though?
what
They're
the
gonna let
computer
AI
does.
do everything. They're gonna let
feel like that's-
every fucking thing. It sucks, but it's true. Hi Ram, welcome in. How are the drafts?
I feel like that's all it is now. It's just like they might hand draw one scene and then the computer just fills in the rest. Because there's a lot of things in recent movies and shows that just you catch it. You catch it like, that looked weird, and then you wonder why, and like, oh, okay, that was all computer generated. There's no way someone actually did that.
I mean, I was watching a documentary about the making of The Witcher 3, and they were talking about how they had individual designers go into every level, every map, and like hand place like what you find and stuff like that. And I feel like all that stuff's going to go out the window, and it's just going to be like
Oh
more
yeah.
broken shit. Actually, it might even work better because it might be less broken. I don't know. It's just it's like just the fact like half the time the video game problems in the world are due to bad code and shit, and it might clean up a lot of that shit, you know. But you know, it's sad that all the artists have to.
Possibly, but just like the movies and shows and all the other industries, I feel like the gaming industry for what it is the result of its own problem. Because for years everybody was like, "Oh, we want something fresh, we want something new." Pressure developers. They did that. Oh, we don't like this. Give us back what we used to have. This is not like what we used to have. So now the developers is like, "All right, you're gonna keep complaining. We're just gonna just spoon feed the same thing over and over." And
It's
you
been
have half the
terrible.
people are just yeah, half people are like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I remember that." And then the other people are like, "Well, where's the fresh stuff?" And they're also like, "Well, we did the fresh stuff," and you complain. It's like, "Well, we want that." It's like, "Well, we can't do that," and then it's just it's its own vicious cycle. You know?
They also fuck themselves too when they release something like the Mass Effect Andromeda that's broken, or what they did with Cyberpunk when it was broken, and like they still haven't. Like I play FIFA, like I have 2,000 games on FIFA. It's still broken after 30 years. The menu will crash. It's just because they keep laying code on top of code on top of code because they
They're
don't
not
want to
worried about it.
start and rebuild it properly because then they might miss the release and they make $2 billion fucking dollars in Ultimate Team. And so like someday, this is the thing, when quantum computing comes online and they can cool those machines that are required to do that, because right now it's a cooling problem. They do have quantum computing. It's just a matter of they have to use special liquids and all kinds of shit. But once you combine those two things, like you can come home from work and say, listen, I want an RPG about the movie I just saw. Like I want a full Daredevil RPG open world, and it'll go boop, boop, and it'll just Unreal Engine 5 it, and like you could sit down and play anything you want. That's essentially where we're going, right? And then,
I mean, like I feel like
or you can talk
we're
it
like
through the
10%
design of it.
there.
You know, you can
Because
build
you've
your
seen
own.
a couple of games released that just AI has made, and they're not terrible. Because didn't Microsoft even say that? Like they released some game that was 100% AI, and
Oh, really?
it actually wasn't that bad.
Oh, it'd probably be fine, you know, because it's just iterations. It's just taking all the things that the knowledge that's all the knowledge base is there and just collating it all and just like executing. It's the programming and stuff that's really going to be like expensive for the resources and like you know how fast it can go, right? Right now it takes
True,
even a
true.
minute to make a poster, right? Pretty soon it's just going to be, you know, to generate a whole game like the one like Cyberpunk, like which is behind us, instantaneously is going to be available maybe in 10 years, you know, something like that.
I
And
mean,
then
with the way tech's going right now,
yeah,
especially on the CPU GPU front, I d- I try to leave Nvidia out of this because just screw Nvidia. But on that front, I feel like less time than that, less time than 10 years. I'd say in the next 5, we
I
might
agree.
get pretty close.
I
We might
agree.
get pretty close.
I agree. Um, which brings us to like things that hinder progress, like world wars, like the war that was begun in Iran right now. What do you think? What's going? How
Oh
do you feel
no.
about that? Because, and from my
Um,
view, and I'll just say right now, it's not ever been, even for Iraq and Afghanistan, were all manufactured consent wars and full of bullshit and all these things. They still had an AUMF, which is an authorization of military force from the Congress, and they still tried to build consent. And that's what you should do, and because we're paying for it at the end of the day. And I know the president executes the law, but he does not make the law, right? And so, like that pisses me off right off the jump. That they didn't even brief all the intelligence committee. Usually, there's a bipartisan group of senators and congressmen that are, you know, on the, you know, there's like 8 people that you talk to if you're going to do something that involves military in the United States, and like they only brief the partisans, the Republicans, and like that's not a good way to like bring a nation together. I'll tell you right now.
I mean, I follow it. I follow it loosely, but I've been trying to keep up with it mainly because at what was it, the terrorists at the time. I was just following that because
Yeah.
I'm in the IT space, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just paying attention to a lot of the tech related items and things like
Sure.
being charged for electronics, chips, all the things that genuinely impact my actual like career.
Yeah.
So I was
Bottom
like
line shit.
trying to keep, I was trying to keep an eye on it, and there's all the back end politics, and then like the whole like
Mm-hmm.
pissing match with Musk and all the stuff's going on. Like
Yeah.
there's just so much going on. It's like I kind of removed myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I'm just sitting there scrolling through some articles, and it's just like, oh yeah, bunker buster went on. I'm like, oh wait, what? And then
Snuck
I
up
started
on you.
looking into it some more. I'm just like, wait, we're not we're not doing this again. We're not really doing
It
this again,
appears
are
we're
we?
doing it again because this is the thing. They don't have the United States intelligence does not have intelligence that says Iran is enriching uranium for a bomb. They have intelligence that Israel gave them, but I don't know what
Hmm.
the source of that intelligence is, right?
Yeah.
So usually our intelligence and like our allies, like the Five Eyes, like UK, Australia, France, Germany, they'll corroborate evidence, right? And so
Hmm.
they still have not made that provable point that they were even close to getting near fissile material for a bomb. So claim they were at 60%, which is more enrichment that you would need for a peaceful reactor program, which is what Iran always has claimed, that they're just trying to export their oil and keep their energy, make money that way. If they can create their own energy and just export their petroleum, then they can keep all the profit, right? And
Hmm.
so, but then Israel claims they've got 60%, and we don't know. We don't know that. It hasn't been proven. And so that's why you usually, before they do something like this, you would go on all the TV shows and say, listen, we have this evidence and blah, 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 and they're not doing that. And so it's very shady. It is. And like, this is the thing. Iran is going to have to retaliate in order to maintain they want to keep their hardliners at bay internally as well. So
Hmm.
you can't just like take one of these, right? And so what can Iran
Yeah.
do? They can't reach us. They don't have ballistic missiles to reach the United States. They don't have the range to do that, right? They can barely hit Israel effectively and not very well. So what they would do is asymmetric warfare, which is the fucking car bombs and the jetliners, passenger, like they
Mm.
just like we saw in Iraq when it became very asymmetric. They'll just like make it very very difficult for the power that wants to go through with it. So it's a terrible mistake because there's no plan for like what if there was regime change tomorrow? What if it did implode? Okay, well then what are we going to do about that? Because then you could go into a situation where you could have an ISIL or an ISIS type vibe there, which
Yeah,
like they're
you have
already
something
yeah.
you have something worse than what you're quote unquote trying to take out.
Unintended consequences, right? Because as it
Yeah.
was, they were basically cordoned off, right?
Okay.
They had a deal with the Obama administration to allow them to enrich uranium for energy, and it was signed by all the major powers of the world, including Russia and China. And then in exchange for that, we allowed them to trade and rejoin the international economic community. And the first
Hmm.
Trump administration just tore that up without a replacement, and so Iran began their process again, right? And then
Yeah.
nothing happened for a long time, right? And so we're at this point because like we had stability and it was destroyed for no good reason in my view because it was working, it was working because the reason like Iran has to do a lot of this shit too is because they're not allowed to trade. They're not allowed to be a part of financial sector. They're not allowed to do financing and stuff because that's how we isolate so-called bad actors around the world. So that draws them to Russia and China. So those are their buddies because, Russia can't
Yeah.
trade with anyone either. And China needs a lot of oil cheap. And so they have a deal with those guys. So you have to take that into consideration too when you do something like
That's
this.
why I always think it's a very like I get it, but it's also kind of counterproductive because like you said, you either let everybody play and then, the bad actors, it's like as they're playing, it's like, "Hey, stop that." And then, just keep on going. But when you're just like, "Oh, all right, we're all gonna play dodgeball over here. You can go sit on the bench."
And we're
It's
doing
like,
wild
"Okay,
shit in the meantime. Like we are doing
Yeah, they're
wild
gonna
shit
talk.
too because we can and they can't.
Everybody,
And so
yeah,
it's,
everybody on the bench is gonna start talking to each other and like, oh, we don't need to play with them. We'll go do our own thing, and
well,
then
they're
like it's
forced.
just
Yeah.
counterproductive.
And like you look at North Korea. Remember everyone they had the famous meeting in North Korea, the DMZ with Trump, and like they went over blah blah blah. They didn't have now they have a nuclear weapon. So what was the result of that engagement? Now North Korea does have a nuclear weapon, so that didn't work, right? And now they're working on intercontinental ballistic missiles, and that's the real thing. So I'm not worried about Iran necessarily having a nuclear weapon because any dirty bomb is a nuclear weapon. You can take radiological material from a hospital, MRI, all that shit, put it in a regular fucking bomb in any city in the nation and blow it up in a shopping mall. You can't fucking live in that part of the city ever again for a million years, right? Or whatever it is. So like the thing that scares me for these guys is the range of the missiles and delivery capacity too, right? So it's like never a good solution to fucking turn what is now was like a very unstable situation because you already have Ukraine and Russia going on. You have India and Pakistan barely cooled off because they were engaged in a fucking war not like 2 months ago, right? They were exchanging.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they found there's a bunch of lithium, which is used for batteries, found in Kashmir. And Kashmir has always been argued over by Pakistan and India. It's a region right in between the two of them. It's full of rare earth minerals and things that are very valuable. And they found $9 billion or $9 trillion or some crazy number worth of lithium there. And ever since then, they've just exasperated tensions until it became a shooting conflict last couple months ago. And so you have that.
And that is that is the beautiful thing. Like if I didn't do IT, my secondary was psychology.
Yeah.
And like I think about things and just listen to people and just like take a lot in, and like it's very interesting the internal human power struggle. Like it's like instead of just realizing, oh, we found this thing that would literally be good for everybody, that there would be no negative if somebody didn't have this. No, I have to have control of this to do X. And I'm just like, but if you didn't, no one would lose. That's the crazy part of human psychology. Like if everybody was just chill, no one would lose. Like ever. Like that's the beauty of it. No one would ever lose.
We don't trust
like, we
them
would go
because we don't trust ourselves. Because we're the only one who's ever used a fucking nuclear weapon before, right? And actually, nuclear energy, especially the small reactors, are going to be a major solution for energy, right? Like because now they can do smaller reactors that are much more safe and much more reliable. Not the giant ones anymore. I'm just talking like very small ones, right? And so, but then we won't let any of these developing nations have them because they can, oh my God, convert it eventually into a nuke and then use it on us. But they probably won't because that would mean mutually assured destruction for them.
And that's the thing, like when that comes up, like the mutually assured destruction stuff, when that comes up, sometimes I really wonder, is it like, is it more so the worry or just the fact of, well, if you do it, it doesn't matter? Or, it just starts getting to a point that it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like you said, it's like not trusting anyone because you don't trust yourself because you know what you did.
Yeah, because and that's why we have to keep them, right? Theoretically, because after the Cold War, theoretically, we could have disarmed everybody, but then nobody trusted anybody, and like even with like inspectors and everything. So now, like we used to have sarin and VX and all the WMD gases, all the nasty shit. We had that shit up until 2009 in Missouri. And the Obama administration finally destroyed our WMD reserves, right? Does that mean they probably still have some, right? Like, and this is the thing, they can whip up sarin any fucking second they want too, right? Because but the point is, it's like the things that like we think that we have to do or might have to do is not always necessary. We talk ourselves into doing them sometimes.
And sometimes trying to think of like how to put this into words. It's it's just a very interesting thing that I guess is because what I guess as the U.S. we consider ourselves like what is the they usually say the world police, or is
I
this like,
mean,
if we what
you
we
know why
set the
why do
standard or
because
something, or
our military is larger than the next 9 militaries combined. That's why we're the world police, because we have the GDP that dwarfs every other nation too. Second is Europe, and that's our strong ally. So if you take the US and the European GDP and combine it and compare it to
Mhm.
China, it's an elephant. It's a gigantic power, right? And so it's like, what do you do with that power though? You could eschew it and never, and like there would be more like death and destruction in the world. There would be less like people who care about AIDS research in Africa or something like that, or like subduing that, because if you just give it to the anarchy of the world, then that can also create more strife and wars and famines and things that lead to more wars that proliferate. So the whole concept behind it is to try to like maintain the peace, right? And you
Yeah.
can make the argument that that has been done if you subtract two major fuck ups like Iraq, Afghanistan, and Vietnam, and probably North Korea
Mhm.
or Korea, right? Like other than that, like things have been pretty good. but
The
it's
thing
just like a
is,
lot of big mistakes when you have that too much power, and a lot of political
yeah,
decisions that are not practical.
and the thing is, like, I think about it sometimes too when all these things go on, and it's funny, like how we started off. We were talking about and generations and age brackets and stuff like that. Sometimes I genuinely think about it, and people want to leave a legacy or whatever. They want to leave something behind. They want to be known for something.
Mm-hmm.
99% of this bullshit that happens always old people
Mm-hmm.
that don't give a fuck, because at the
You're gonna
end
be
of the
dead
day,
soon.
they're gonna be gone, or it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with the consequence of that, the outcome of that, every single time. Because I guarantee, if it was us and we had to make those decisions, like, wait, you guys want to do this? Wait, what?
That's
No,
that's
why?
why the
Like, why would you do that?
Cuban Missile Crisis was so phenomenal, because all both the leaders of the U.S. and the USSR did things that were unusual, and that could have. There are many times that we could have had a full global nuclear war. There was a mistake in the '80s where there was they thought there was a real launch coming into the Soviet Union. Their fucking shit broke,
Mm,
and the guy who was supposed to turn the key belayed the order and didn't respond to the order. And all he had to do was press
hmm
that button, and they ordered him to, and it would have been done. We'd all been done. So like, it's those little fucking moments, those little heroes that save the whole world sometimes. And like, do you think I don't? Like, you have to ask yourself: do you think you would have the cojones to like say no to your commanding officer? And like, what if it is a real war? And like, what if It's tough, man. It's scary shit. It's really scary shit, and that's why we don't fuck around with thermonuclear weapons like this.
no, no, it's that, and the fact that
Yeah.
that's why I feel like there should truly and genuinely, especially now,
Yeah.
there needs to be a cutoff. Like there's no reason. Like even between me and you,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we're not that far off in age that we can be relatable to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With both of us, how are we going to relate to somebody in their 80s? How? Like how?
I'm gonna take them for a walk and make sure they have their lunch.
Like how do you do that? But the thing is, the funny part about that
It's
is
tough because some people in their 80s
the
are
people.
still good. Some people
But the
are
thing is,
fine mentally.
the people that represent us as a whole
Yeah,
do not relate to us in
I know.
any way
We're
whatsoever.
supposed to replace those people, A2C. Me and you were supposed to go down there and actually become representatives of our interests. And that's what I don't want to do that. I want to stream. I don't want to go to fucking meetings all the time. And but this is the thing. Like, if you and I don't do it, then some fucking asshole, guy who's there for the money does it. And that's generally what occurs. And we're the people
Yep.
who are waiting to save ourselves. We're the people. And it sucks. But that's the problem, right? It's just like little things, like
The
going to the
double-edged
school
sword.
board meeting can really make a difference. Like, if it's a once a month school board meeting, go to it and like fucking raise your hand if they say something stupid and say, well, what's that all about? And like, how much does that cost? And then go home and like, you know, and then you meet other people and like, you can manage it. It's doable. Hi, Tripadelic.
Look, I'll tell you right now, it's funny you say that. Like, obviously, got a little one, went to school. I'm like, you know what? Let me see what's going on. Let me see if I can make a difference. What's up with this whole this whole parent teacher thing? Yeah. Literally said there. Oh, there's a due fee. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, I mean, whatever it is, like, you know, like somebody else is going to do it for us if we don't show up, right? That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like jury duty. I hate to go to jury duty, but someday I think, oh shit, what if I'm on trial for something I didn't do? I hope there's somebody who's smart and brave like me in the jury to say stop the shit, you know? And like we have to think like that, you know? As if we're going to be older, more responsible people, then like we have to remind people that shit does work when we all do it. It doesn't work when like only small groups of people do it. Then it becomes elites because it's only a small group of people. But if everyone participates, then it's not elite anymore. It's just like normal and it's civics.
But that's the thing. It's there's not, I wouldn't say there's not enough of us, but there's not enough people to kind of put their foot down. It's like there's a handful of people that are just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for so and so, or I'm gonna believe in so and so because they know what's best. And I'm just like, but even before you even get to that point, they are already on a level that they're up here. You're like below the dirt compared to them. Like it's like
that's the illusion. That's the lion tamer act. Listen, they are like lion tamers, and we're the lions. And the lions have the power, but the lions all think that the guy with the whip and the hat has the power. And that's the fucking thing about it, you know? They convince everyone, like, they just have some $5 words and they know where fucking Islamabad is and they know a little where that Iranians speak Farsi, that they know a whole much more than you do. But at the end of the day, those are just like trimmings and colorings of like the facts, of the exact depth of what we should be doing, right? So like never feel just because people have more technical information they don't know, you know, the correct real course, you know.
But that's the thing, like the people that are doing that though, just like anything, they're going to try their best to stay in that position. So if it truly came down to well, hey, we want to do something different, let's do it. You're only going to have, I can't even say you have 50-50. You're literally going to have, what, maybe 20% of people that are okay with that. Everybody else is like, oh, what are you doing? Like, that's not, you know, it just starts getting crazy.
It is crazy, but like the only alternative is somebody else chooses everything for you. That's the only choice. It's a monarch or a dictator or the military, and there's no meeting, and there's nothing. It's just like, you do it, and if you don't do it, we're gonna shoot you. And like, so that's why, it does suck and it's boring and annoying, but the alternative is worse, and that's the fucking thing. You ready for karaoke? Ready for karaoke?
Oh man,
I'll start.
I mean, sure,
I'll start. Like let's.
So I was gonna say if I didn't do karaoke,
yeah,
I do have a couple of I got a selection of beats up. I could always do a beat and then
anything you want.
Say, either you could pick or let the chat pick. Like just pick a streamer and I'll try to do like either a freestyle or a diss track.
Okay, we'll do that right after this. Let me kick off the musical section now. Let's begin. Hold on. Let me get this going. All right. You didn't know I have. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I was gonna start with this one. Ah, fuck it. Let's do this one. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
Now. Someone said they left together. I ran out the door to get her. She was holding hands with Trevor. Not the greatest feeling ever. Said, pull yourself together. You should try your luck with Heather. Then I heard they slept together. Oh, the less I know, the better. Shit. the less I know, the better. Oh, my love, can't you see yourself by my side? No surprise when you're on his shoulder like every night. Oh, my love, can't you see that you're on my mind? Don't you suppose we could convince your lover to change his mind? So goodbye. Pull my shit in together at the last second there. She said, it's not now or never. Wait 10 years, we'll be together. I said, better late than never. Just don't make me wait forever. Now, don't make me wait forever. Boom, ba-doom. Don't make me wait forever. Oh, my love, can't you see yourself by my side? I don't suppose you could convince your lover to change his mind. I was doing fine without you till I saw your face. Now I can't erase giving into all this bullshit. Is this what you want? Is this who you are? I was doing fine without you till I saw your eyes turn away from mine. Oh, sweet darling, where he wants you. Said, come on, Superman, say your stupid line. Said, come on, Superman, stay your stupid line. Come on, Superman, say your stupid line. Meow, 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 meow.
It's beautiful.
And so it begins. Now, what would you like to do? You could do a karaoke, or you can do a freestyle, or whatever you want, and then like I'll hit one back.
I mean,
I got your share screen. Let me fix this here. Okay, good.
I gotta keep it true to brand. So maybe we'll do a diss track. But who are we? Are we gonna do it on someone specific, or am I just
you want me to pick the diss?
People, or? I mean, you can if you
no.
You can pick it. Chat can pick it. You got just
chat,
give me somebody.
Chat, give me a name. Chat. This is up for chat. This is the audience participation section. Somebody in there. I know one of you dirty birds has a name. Give me a streamer name. Lance from Saints. There you go. That's perfect. I love that. Yeah, he looks like Charlie Brown. He looks like Phil Collins. Like there's so many reasons. There's so many reasons we can do it.
All right, well, hold on. I gotta find the right beat then. Let's see what this sounds like. I gotta see what they sound like. I think I can work with that. I think I can work with that. That's a bad beat.
I like that shit.
All right. So who am I doing? Belmar's too easy.
Garanimal ass overall streamer. Whatever you want, player.
All right.
Listen, so, I don't know.
It looks like everybody wants me to do Lance really quick.
Yeah, nobody.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me see what I can muster up here. Let's go. Lance of Saints. Here we go. Streaming though, in the robe, all on go. Going online on time. Sitting there with his drink. Slick hair right on back. Going down, gotta thinking what he's gonna do as he goes online on the Twitch, sitting with the chat, smoking with the pine, little bit of smoke coming out the pipe, going down, looking kinda classy, and he's always coming round in his head, thinking of all the things, doing all the things and playing little games on swing, sitting there with the chat, having fun. Then we gotta go once again on the run. Bragg Bros sitting down with the talks all night, sitting there on time, place. Am I choosing right? Let's go. Here we go again. Coming back to Lance, and we going down. Let's go again. Lance of Saints. Lance of Saints. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got for that one.
That's good.
That's all
good,
I got
man.
for that one.
That's good, my guy.
Like
right.
I get a flow for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, when I feel the gas going out, I'm like, all right, we gotta stop.
If there's somebody used to cooking like this, then we can do it like that. But guess what? It's time for my turn because now it's time for another karaoke song. Right? Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. Oh, I'm sorry. It's summertime vibes. It's romper season. Get in your summer rompers. Like if you're not wearing a romper right now, you're not living your best summer. Yes, Trip,
Craig,
you're gonna
if I
romp.
ever saw you in a romper, if I ever saw you boot up in a romper,
This looks perfect. Romper. Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jack is gonna be a football star. Diane's debuting back in the seat of Jackie's car. Meow, meow, meow. Sucking on a chili dog outside the taste freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between her knees. Jackie said, Diane, let's run off behind the city cheese. Dribble off those Bobby Brooks, let me do what I please. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. They walk on. Meow, meow. Jackie sits back, collects his thoughts for a moment, scratches his head and does his best James Dean. Well then me and Diane gotta run off to the city. Diane says, baby, you ain't missing nothing. Jackie says, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. So let it rock, let it roll, let the bottle down, come and save my soul. Hold on to 16 as long as you can. Change come around real soon, make us women and man. Type shit. Boom, 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 meow, 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 meow. Boom, 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 bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Little ditty about Prague and A2C, two American kids doing the best that they can. Meow, 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 meow. All right, got him. That's a got him.
okay.
All right. You're
All right. So
your serve, sir.
you gotta pick. You gotta pick. Either you or Chat has to pick someone. So I got a baseline.
Chat. Who do we want
Let
to
me see what
pick?
this sounds like.
To cook. Who do we want to pick to cook? Dark BMXers. Can you do dark BMXers? Like,
I don't know if I can because I gotta.
can you give me options? Like, I don't know. Like, how
Yeah, I
about
need a couple options.
you could do Belmar. You could do
Pastor Lee.
Floppy Jimmy. Pastor Lee would be fire. I would love to see
Then
that shit.
I gotta get like a church related beat then
Okay.
to go for that one.
Jesus walks.
Diss me, Nambies. To diss me.
Everyone
All right,
wants
Nambies,
to
I'll
be
throw
dissed.
you in there.
Everyone wants to be, thinks
throw
they
it in
want to
there.
be dissed and cooked at the comedy club until it starts. And then 20 minutes in, they don't want to be dissed and cooked anymore, right? Everyone's like, oh, I want to sit in the front, so I get insulted by the comic.
Let me see. Does this one work? Nah, that's too happy. That's too happy. I need an aggressive one.
Something
Need an
grimy.
aggressive one.
It's a little more grimy.
Need something aggressive.
Yeah, this is the comedy club, Trip. You want to step up to the microphone? You want me to diss you, Trip? Is that what you really want? I'll make a special episode about that.
All right, I think I can make
All
this
right.
one work. So who did you guys say? He's got okay. So Pastor Lee, Pastor Phil, Nambies wants me to throw him in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anybody you can think of, just throw them in the fucking mill. I'm not gonna say anything.
Diss
You
Prag.
can diss me. Put me in there. Like, no, seriously, that sounds funny as fuck, bro. Please, if you want to cook me, I'm just here to eat delicious food. So if you want to cook something, I'm gonna let you cook it in my kitchen. So please cook. Like, I am not off limits. Absolutely not. Like, I love it.
Diss Dan Clancy. I saw the clip. All right, let me.
All right, you ready to
Let me
rock?
see what I got. Let me see what I got. Gotta like think for a second. Let's see where the drop is.
Mhm.
Hold on. Chilling online, dissing again, and we going online. Here we go. Going down the list, and here we go. We got Pastor Lee, and we got Pastor Phil, we got Prag Pro, and got Nambies. Gotta hit them all. Gotta go with this. Let's go down the list. Gotta go again with Prag Pro sitting there talking to me all the time. Here we go with Nambies sitting in the chat, diss me. Are we going online? Pastor Lee, man, that's easy. Trying to hit me back again, trying to diss me as King Chill, and he couldn't do it. Let's go again. Had to diss his ass. Guess what? Pastor Phil coming in loud and clear. Hitting with the dolphin in the pool, and we going all loud and clear in the summertime, getting nice and cool, going down and we being ruled. Guess what? I overruled you just like and going down. We gotta hit Dan Clancy. What's up? See Twitch CEO. Here we go again. Gotta re-go up. Gotta get the words out. Gotta go again. Once again, and we going down. Gotta get a little diss, and we going round. Get another one, then we going down. Throw another name in the list. Let's go. And we gotta get Dark BMXers. I don't really know what to say about him. All I know is that he's a good friendo. Oh, see, I threw him in there, but didn't know he was gonna go. But I had to think again. Guess what? And that is the trend.
Bagger.
All right. That's all I threw back. Wait, where'd you get the mask?
What do you mean? I've always had this mask on the whole episode. This
Wait,
is my
what?
snarf mask. I had it made. A lady made it in North Carolina for me on Etsy. You want me to get you one of these?
When did this happen? When did you do this?
What are you talking
You
about?
did
I've
not-
been wearing this the whole episode. Have you not been watching the stream? I always do apply my place my choosing my snarf mask. No, I just put it on, brother. All right, my guy. Listen.
I threw him in there. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit BMXers in there, but I got him in there.
I will never perform Super Mario again, Ram. You will never see that. Only at the Mark Twain Prize announcement will I perform Mario. All I know is I have
remember
a
Mario.
bag. I have a hat over here with a bag of mustaches, and it's next to the table. And right now, it's just chilling. I'm just
Craig,
you get
when
tired
you did
of
Mario.
doing.
That was.
I know,
that
but I
was,
did
that was
it.
something special.
I know, but this is the thing. Like, once you do it, it's funny for yourself, and then the 10th time, you're like, "What are you doing?" It's so like you're saying the same thing over and over, and like I like to do it until I stop laughing at the joke, and then I know that the rest of everyone else is going to get tired of it eventually too, and I can always bring it back. You know, I want to just do it on CuteBot. I did that whole character just for a month so I could go on CuteBot and do it, and that was the whole fucking thing. That was the whole thing, because I always wanted to be on CuteBot as somebody who started watching Twitch just from FIFA shit, and then wandered over to CuteBot and met Lance and all that shit from there. Like, it's a big goal for me just to go on there.
Is it like a rite of passage as a Twitch streamer?
You have to
it's
go
just
on.
Like at some point, you got to go through. You got to go
You
through.
got to
the
go
CuteBot,
on. It's not a date. Like, it's not a real date. It's not a real show. It's a comedy show. And then, like, the other thing is go on, but be different and be innovative and try something. And that's what I did, and I felt it went really good. And, like, they were happy with it and everything. And then I just never went on again. And that's the other cool thing, too. You know, just go and do it and fucking nail it and then be done. And then, like, do the next thing that makes you nervous. Like, I would never sing karaoke in public, let alone on TV or the internet. And I make myself do it so I'm less afraid of it. And, like, I become a better performer as we, you know, practice, you know. You know, it's all shit. Everything I do is shit I don't want to do, and I'm forcing myself to do to get better, you know.
And see, that's the funny thing. Like, I'm like, this whole diss track thing, I just think it's funny. It's not like I've made music before in different ways, but this is just something fun that everybody can get involved in. That's
of course, it's so good for you to, like, there's something called the vagus nerve. I don't know if you heard about this, but, like, there's a nerve that runs under your earlobe on both sides of your spine, and it controls your parasympathetic system, and it controls your GABA receptors, information that it sends to the rest of your body, and that connects to your mood. And if you sing,
is that why people are always like doing like this,
I don't know why they do it, but it's over here. But, like, if you sing, it benefits the vagus nerve system, which makes you feel better. And, like, ever since I started, like, we were just fucking around, like, doing it on stream and, like, as a joke. And then I would, like, talk to AI, and I'm like, oh, is there anything I can do for blah, blah, blah? I'm in a bad mood today. And she's like, oh, singing is good for your vagus nerve. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And ever since I've been doing it, I have felt fucking in a better mood. And I sing more in the car now. It's just like vibrating this bitch does something to you. I don't know what it is. Because, like, I know I can't sing. Like, don't get it twisted. I know I'm not a good singer, but I'm getting better. And, like, it's also a good way to learn how to be a performer in general, because you're acting out the lyrics and stuff, too. It's not just about the tone and the pitch and the timing. It's also the trying to tell the story and trying to, like, project it. And, like, I think it's really beneficial for any performer, a streamer, to, like, do shit you're not used to doing. Like, if you're afraid to sing, sing. If you're afraid to dance, dance. If you're afraid to take your shirt off, take your shirt off, or, like, whatever it is, as long as it's not TOS, right? You know,
sing that song live. Time Goes to Waste wants to be to sing the Pastor Lee song that I made.
Okay, I would love that.
And then I also saw who's my favorite streamer. I got a lot of favorite streamers. Like, I can't just name one. Everybody.
Way back HD, right? That's my favorite streamer. It's way back. Everyone knows now. It's way back. Come on the show.
Sing the song live.
Sometimes the people I watched 5 years ago are not necessarily the people I watch today. And it depends also, like, I've been using Twitch more for, like, if there's something going on in the news, and I like to go to, like, the news streamers and, like, see how they present the information. And a lot of it's really annoying because they'll take 5 YouTube videos and stretch them out 8 hours, and they'll show the fucking interview and they react to the thing, and I'm like, shut the fuck up and just, like, comment afterwards, or just, like, you're just, like, wasting the afternoon saying the same shit over and over, and, like, that annoys me. But, like, it's usually interesting. Like,
that's the beauty of it.
It's the beauty.
That's
of it.
the beauty of it.
It's original. It's like it's always different, and it's always scuffed. I love how scuffed Twitch is. Like, every stream, there's some problem. There's some major problem. Either the streamer or is psychotic, or there's, like, a fucking light bulb dangling from the ceiling, and I just love all that shit. It's just feels cozy and real. It feels very wholesome.
Everybody has their own flavor, because, I mean, I guess that, even to go into that, to kind of answer the question, I mean, all of my favorite streamers are, I wouldn't say they all do the same thing, but it's just like that, like you said, that wholesomeness. So, like, you know, obviously, like Floppy Jimmy, Pastor Lee, Toad to an extent, just because, like, he's just fucking wild.
Yeah. You're getting the real McCoy, though. right? That's the thing about
Yeah.
streaming. Like, you can't hide if you're streaming for 7 hours from your living room. You're gonna, like, some people are still phonies, and like that reads immediately when they're speaking in a certain way. It's not conversational. It's not normal. They change the way they talk when they're, like, I don't watch that type of stuff. But I like people who show a little bit of themselves, because that's the real art,
Yeah.
right? It's like, at the end of the day, an artist is showing different parts of themselves through different mechanisms, like either sculpture or singing or comedy. You're trying to give a little bit of yourself out, and I appreciate people who do that. And if you're trying to hide it, then the art is not as good,
Yeah. There's no reason to hide it. This is it.